is Mina Hatika binti Owazaki, A20A1AG1. Today I will present about data description. Data is essentially a set of numbers derived from measuring variables. Data set also is a set collection of raw statistics and information obtained from analysis investigation. The data set, which is a price of fishes captured with 160 observations. Fish price grouping is useful for studying fish kind, catch location, and others. And based in Canada, Singapore, Turkey, Ireland, USA, Vietnam, Britain, Malaysia, France, and Norway.
My name is Nur Hikmah Fatimah Azhara binti Ahmad Shukri, and my no matrix is A20, A220. I will explain for the part 2.0, which is sampling data and record categorical measure. For this part, I will explain the table that capture from several places, which is from 60 observation data set. For 2.2 data arrangement, I will describe through different types of table. Frequency distribution shows classes or interval of difference value of variable in each categories. And lastly, before contracted table, it should compute maximum and minimum range in different category, which is it is called class interval. Now, I will explain for the part 2.3, which is relative frequency. This is the table for length and weight with percentage. Now, I will explain for the part 2.4, which is cumulative relative frequency. Cumulative relative frequency is the formula that plus with under number. For example, I will explain for the table length. For the table length, 17 plus 21, which is 38, and 38 plus 12 is 50, and 50 plus 5 is 55, and 55 plus 4 is 59, and 59 plus 1 is 60. So, this is the total of 60 observation.
Hi, my name is Nur Dayana binti Abdullah, number matric 8081857. Want to continue presentation 3.0, numerical descriptive measure. Okay, a number that indicates the center of a distribution is referred to as a measure of central tendency. Mean, median, and mode are the three most popular measures of tendency for ungrouped and group data. Okay, next 3.1, measure central tendency. The central tendency measurement offer information about the set data typical or average value. Okay, this central tendency is a single value that tries to characterize a group of data by determining the data central position. Okay, all of the data set observation have an impact on the mean value. We will look at how to calculate mean, mode, and median for group data in this section. We also know that each component has its own method of calculation. Okay, can you see this example for our report is mean, median, and mode. Okay, first for mean. Mean for length is 23.55 cm, and mean for price of weight is 154.58 gram. Okay, next median. Okay, median is for length is 11.33 cm, and for price of weight is 109.02 gram. Okay, for mode, length is 136.56 cm, and for price is 277.78 gram. Okay. Okay, next 3.2, measure of position. Okay, first quartile for length is 11.18, and third quartile for length is 21.17, and interquartile range is 9.99 for length. Can you see the example of our report? And for price of weight, first quartile is 57.35, and third quartile is 120.10, and interquartile range is 62.75 for price of weight. Alright, 3.4, measure of variation. Okay, can you see our report do range and variance? Okay, for range, for length is 8.0, and for weight or price is 1 to 4.0. Okay, for variance, for length is 101.58 cm, and standard deviation is 10.08 cm. Okay, for price, variance is 18694.43, and standard deviation is 136.73 for price. Thank you.
My name is Wanur Alia binti Muhammad Iskandar Zulkarnain. My metric number is A2082078. I'm going to present about graphical representation. As we know, graphing is a common way to visually illustrate the relationships in data in business statistics. The objective of a graph is to show data that is too diverse or complicated to be adequately represented in a text and in less space. For this assignment, we are going to present our data in two different types of graph, which is histogram and OGIF. Firstly, histogram. The graph shown 6 different types of class, with of every classes is 7.9, same goes with OGIF. Next, we need to find midpoint as exists to construct the histogram. Midpoint can be present from at the lower boundaries and upper boundaries and divided by 2. Frequencies for the y-axis refer to the portion of percentage of the data that fall in the class. From the histogram, we can say that class of 16.8 to 24.7 is the higher than other class, which is 21 of
5.0. This is statistical analysis using software. Example of 5.1. This is a measure of central tendency, measure of precision, and measure of variation.
Next is hypothesis testing. After using the t-test, so the decision will be 13.5933 greater than 2.1898. So we reject null hypothesis and we can conclude that the two sample means are not equal and there is significant difference between the two sample mean. Then ANOVA analysis. Analysis of variance. ANOVA is a collection of static current price of fish by states used to analyze the difference between the group means and their associated procedure such as variation among the between groups. After we are using procedure of ANOVA and the F-test, so the decision will be 26.192 greater than 1.53, so fail to reject null hypothesis. Therefore, there is no significant different amount of treatment.
Now, I will explain for the part 5.3 correlation analysis. Based on the table, was calculated by SPSS system. The table was measured by three variables, which is price as independent variable, weight and length tree is dependent variable. The three of the variable produce a correlation coefficient of 989. So the overall is statistically significant.
Hi, my name is Halena Najwa binti Mustafa Ilais A. Rahman, A20A1258, and today I will present 5.4 confidential interval. And for 5.4, there will be case processing summary descriptive. Confidence interval is a range of values within which the population parameter is supposed to exist. The 9.5% confidence interval can be related to the confidence level. Based on the result of SPSS, the standard error for the charge, which is our dependent variable, is 19.29101. Meanwhile, the lower boundaries and upper boundaries are 105.3268 and 182.5292. Thus, we can conclude that we are 95% confident that the population parameter is between 105.3268 and 182.5292.
Okay, 5 from 5. Prediction modeling. Okay, next, model summary. Can you see from SPSS? Okay, the R-square value is 0.8889, which is mean 88.9% of the variation in RM can be explained by length 3 and length 2. Okay, next, sufficient. Sufficient from SPSS2. Okay, can you see the equation price is negative 185.899 plus 21.225, which is length 2, plus negative 5.794, which is length 3. Thank you.
For 6.0 conclusion, we'll begin with the result in this report require us to identify the given dataset. By the dataset, we are using IBM Statistics SDAS, randomized to 60 observation was measured, sampling data arrangement, then record into different variables. X and Y, length, tree, and weight was chosen from filter observation to compute mode and mean. Nevertheless, sampling data helps to describe the dataset using various numerical descriptive measure in a table. It is include the measure of position and variable and variation by given the statistical formula of numerical. Dataset represented by graph from the software nor Excel. Survey from we distributed based on the step we went through. Moreover, in analysis data using mathematical statistically determine the conclusion beyond data. We are following 5 main steps. Testing hypothesis 0.0 level, the result shows the difference between independent and dependent variable by using t-test formula. The observation can be shown through prediction modeling. While finding variable of interest, we are following the general form of multiple linear regression from online resources. As a conclusion, the result is positive, strong, and insufficient. However, the data able to carry the fit and fit linear is beyond of a doubt that the survey clearly shown the important findings all section. Thank you.